Hey everyone, this is John from Chaotic Commander, and we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. Before we get into the commanders, we'll go over the rules. So the first rule is opening tutor. Basically, we can put a card, mana value 3 or less, as the first draw of the game. Can't be Soul Ring, can't be a tutor, other kind of things like that. And then the second rule is going to be Chaotic Overgrowth, once per turn, sorcery speed. Pay 5 life, roll a 6-sided die for X, go get half X, rounded up basic lands from your deck, put them on the battlefield tapped with half X stun counters. So it's a pretty fun rule. It kind of ramps you, kind of, sort of. Anyways, so today I'm dusting off Tatiova, Benthic Druid. It is my Land Matters deck. Just so you know, Chaotic Overgrowth will not trigger landfall or anything like that. But the card I tutored for is Azusa, Lost but Seeking. I do want multiple land drops because I'm green, and it's a good card. But enough for me. Let's introduce our first guest of the night. We have Dell.
Hey guys, I am Dell, aka the Delicious God. You can find me at YouTube or Twitter at Delicious God, where I make low effort magic content like deck techs and pack openings and shit posts and whatnot. Or tonight, I am playing the Scorpion God. Just finished sleeving it up this week. I'm not sure how it's going to run, but it's all about -1/-1 counters. The card I tutored for is Andorel, Flame of the West. It's equipment that makes little spirits, and that's all we need to worry about for now.
Okay. All right. Another member of the Chaotic crew, we have Brian.
Hey, yeah, I'm glad to be here. You've probably seen some of my deck techs or precon upgrades on the YouTube channel. Tonight, if you know me, you know I love to cheat out big creatures, so I'm playing an Esper, big creature deck, Yannette, Cryptic Sovereign. Pretty much when she attacks, I get to reveal the top card of my library. If it's odd, I get to cast it for free, and so we're playing a bunch of big, beefy boys. And my tutored card I had is Brainstorm, because if I ever draw into some big, beefy boys, I want to be able to cheat them out. So, going to be able to do that pretty easy with this.
All right, cool. On last but definitely not least, we have Nerd.
Hello, it is proud_nerd_1 on Twitter, proud nerd on Moxfield. Thank you for having me back once again. Always a pleasure. Tonight I am playing Prosper Tomebound. This is a treasure pinger deck. It wants to make a bunch of treasures and ping people when I make and or sack them. I could have gone for the obvious tutor, which was Dockside Extortionist, but I figured that wouldn't make for as fun a game. So I figured a card that will make for a fun game is Descent into Avernus.
Oh.
Okay. Great. All right.
John's got some PTSD.
Well, we'll get there when we get there. But
I can if you don't like that card, I can change it.
It's fine. I've got ways to get rid of it, so it's not a big deal. Anyways, we have resolved mulligans and rolled to see who gets to go first. And I won the die roll, so I will go ahead and I'll draw this, the Azusa. And I will play this Rejuvenating Springs. Unless, one of you guys want, or two of you guys want to forfeit the game, it will come in untapped. It doesn't matter. And I will
scoop.
I may have a response.
I will pay the 5 life, and I will roll the dice and see what we get. 2, so I'll get 1 basic. I'll go get a island. And it'll come in tapped with 1 stun counter. And I'll pass the turn.
Draw for turn. Oh, look at that. Imagine that card.
Mm-hmm.
Swamp for turn. Busted turn once when I kept this hand in Gravecrawler. And that will be turn.
I'll go ahead and draw my Brainstorm. We're going to play this Path of Ancestry tapped, and I'll go ahead and pay 5 life as well. And we will roll a dice. And it is also a 2, unfortunately, so I'm getting 1 land.
2 is actually, I think 2 is the best roll. 6 or 5 is the worst. Takes you 4 turns to get access to those lands.
Well, I will take your word for it and pass the turn.
I'm telling you, dude.
I will draw this Descent into Avernus. I will play a Womp. And, I guess I will pay the 5 life as well.
Sick.
I feel left out now.
You should have done it.
It's not like we excluded
3.
you. You could always have done it.
Yeah.
I know.
What is it? So a 3 is
You get 2 basic
2
lands.
lands
Two
lands with 2 stun counters.
That is correct.
I'm done after that. I'll get
Okay.
mountain.
All right. I'll untap, and I will draw for
And-
turn.
A
I will play a forest for turn. I'm going to tap 2 for a Bramble Familiar. And then I am going to actually do the thing again. I'm going to pay another 5 life.
Oh, he's going for it.
Yeah, 2. Another 2. Okay.
Another 2.
Yeah, I'm going to go get a forest this time. Yeah, that's unfortunate. And after that...
I thought you just said 2 was the best number.
Yeah. I mean, it is. I mean, I get my lands way faster, but, like, at the same time. After that, I'll pass the turn.
I will play this Evolving Wilds. I'll play the Soul Ring I just drew.
Oh, gross.
And
Oh,
then
we're
I
cheating.
will crack that for a mountain. And Brian says he got big guys. I thought I'm going to get smacked sooner than later. So I
Well,
go-
if you attack me, you are going to get smacked sooner than later. That's kind of how that goes.
I'm going at nerd, that's why.
Oh.
Rude. I take 2.
I feel like nerd's just going to get all of us eventually. So I figure that's probably a safer bet.
Yeah.
Smart.
I disagree. John is the one who's going to be gaining. John is the one who's going to be gaining life.
I do have a little bit of ways to gain life. Well, I have Tatiova. That's like my only.
I mean, your
life gain.
commander gains you. Your commander gains you life.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just not crazy.
Is that the turn, Dell?
Yeah. Oh yeah, faster.
All right. I will untap, remove a stun counter, and draw. Interesting. We will play a Plains, and I'll go ahead and tap 2 for this Orzhov Signet. And then I'll go ahead and also pay 5 life
Hell yeah.
and risk it for the biscuit. What do we get?
Hell yeah.
I guess I didn't need to get Descendant to
6.
Avernus.
6, 3 lands. That's nice.
Do they do the same type, or can they be?
Yeah, you can be
any-
different.
any-
Yeah, you get
Heck yeah.
so 3, so you get 1 of each color if you want.
I will
I
be
guess-
doing that. One swamp.
I didn't
one
need
Plains.
Descendant to Avernus to speed the game up.
But they will come in tapped with 3 stun counters, so
That is fair. Thank you.
maybe put them in a.
I will. I'll put them in a
Pile.
separate pile in a second. That's my my turn ski, nerd.
I will draw. I will remove a stun counter. I will play a mountain, and I will tap 2 for everyone's favorite cookie, Sir Ginger, the meal ender. Unfortunately, nobody has a planeswalker, so she
I don't-
doesn't get haste.
Yet.
I don't think I play Planeswalkers, actually.
Whenever another artifact I control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, I put a 1/1 counter on her and scry 1.
Nice.
And then I will pass the turn.
Okay, I'll untap, remove that stun counter, and draw. I will play an island as my land for turn, and I'm going to tap 5 for Tatiova. That is going to be it for me. I'm not going to do any more of the ramping right now. I will pass.
Tap and draw. Scorpion God. I will move to combat and spread the love coming down at Brian now. 2.
2. You said.
Yes, sir.
I take
That's
2.
all I got. Faster.
Okay, we will untap, move the counters down to a 2. Draw a card. Yeah, I think I might as well just go ahead and play an untapped Sunken Hollow because I have a Plains and an island. Then I'll be tapping 5 for my commander, Yannette. And because of Path of Ancestry, I will scry 1. And you know what? We're going to keep that on bottom.
Yeah, Yannette is always a scary commander.
Yeah.
And I will pass the turn.
Untap.
Don't worry about
remove
me.
The last stun counter. Draw. I will play a Shadowblood Ridge. I will tap 3 and cast the Descent into Avernus.
All right.
I will move to combat, and then I will pass through combat and pass turn.
I'll untap. Start by tapping 3 for Azusa, Lost but Seeking. I'll tap 3 more for a Tireless Provisioner. I will play an island, trigger, I'll draw, gain a life. And I'll
So
create
it begins.
a treasure. And I will play a forest. And I will do the same thing again. 2 treasures. What's this? I can play 2 additional lands. So I'll play this forest. I'll gain another life. Get another treasure. Draw another card. Okay.
One of you should do something about this.
Yeah. One of you.
Well, you know what? I might, but probably not.
I am going to pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. I'm not drawing any lands. I want to pay for them. Not really.
Should have paid for him early on.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
still at 40.
I was going to a second turn, but that's when I drew the Soul Ring, and I'm like, maybe I'll be all right. Maybe it'll
Hey,
be okay.
Soul Ring's good, dude.
Well, I'm gonna play this cheeky little Andorel that no one knew about. Equip it to my commander. Just look at my hand again. A bunch of nothing.
Alrighty.
And I will move to combat. I will swing Gravecrawler at Nerd and the Scorpion God at our illustrious host. That is a 9/6.
9.
When it attacks, I get 2 tap spirits, also attacking because it's legendary.
Who are the spirits attacking?
That's a good question. I guess I could swing them at Brian then.
I'll block one of them with my commander, and I'll take the other one.
Before damage, pay 2 and 3 of my treasures. A Mystic Confluence. I'm gonna choose return target creature twice and draw a card once. I'm gonna return Scorpion God to your hand as well as Yannette, and I'll draw.
You're a pain.
I know.
I will take 2 from Gravecrawler.
You have 2 spirits. Then the other one didn't die because Yannette didn't deal damage to it.
And then from there, I will be done.
Well, I wasn't gonna do that, but someone decided to send 9 at me.
You could have blocked.
Hey.
Boo.
No, I need all of my things.
Play an island. 6 mana open.
Can you kill anything on John's board?
I mean, I can. What do I get out of that? Like, if I can deal with most of his board.
Yet him not having all that stuff on his board.
I'm not really worried about all that stuff on his board, though.
My
if we're
stuff
being
is
completely honest.
small weenies, really. Like, none of my stuff is big.
What's the power and toughness of everything on your board, John?
3-2, 1-2, 3-3, 2-2.
Okay. I guess it's probably worth it. I will tap 5, and I'm going to attempt to fell the mighty and destroy all creatures with power greater than Dell's 1/1 spirit token.
I had no response for me.
I got
Nothing.
nothing.
Okay.
Color will die.
Good thing I have graveyard recursion. Okay. Cool.
That'll be it for me. Remember what I did for you.
Alright. I will untap. Everybody gets to make 2 treasures and lose 2 life. I will draw for turn. I will play a Sanctum of Eternity. I will tap 2 for an Arcane Signet. I will tap 1 black for a Disciple of the Vault. I will tap a black and a red for a Reckless Fireweaver. And then I will tap my last 2 and sack my 2 treasures. When I sack my 2 treasures, I will have John lose 2 life. And I will cast Prosper. I will move to my end step, Prosper will trigger, and I will exile Urabrask Heretic Praetor. Pass turn.
I'll untap and draw. Okay, first off, I will pay 3 for Druidic Ritual. So I'll mill 3 cards, return 1 creature, and up to 1 land. 1, 2, 3. Get back this forest, and I think as you said, bring this to my hand. I think I will use 1 of my treasures
I will ping Dell for 1.
for AC, Tyrant of Gyre Strait. I will play a forest. I will draw a card.
AC.
Yeah. Yeah, EC. Different treasure. Can't really do much else, so I will pass the turn. P to T.
I will cast my commander again.
He back.
Oh, he back.
I didn't kill it or anything, so
Should I cast this now? For 1 black, and then 2 treasures.
I will ping you for 2 more,
Okay.
since you are the only one still over 30.
For Nest of Scarabs. Nest of Scarabs.
That's the
Well, yeah, one or more -1/-1 counters on a creature. Make that many insects.
Part of a combo.
Little mini combo.
You say that was your turn, Del?
No, I was gonna swing out with my spirits to.
Ooh, do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 2 spirits at John over there.
oh,
Interesting.
Sure, yeah, that is an interesting choice.
I feel like we need to hit Nerd down. I feel like I dealt with John's board last turn.
Yeah,
and now,
I got wiped, so
I mean, to be fair, with where Dell is sitting right now, Descent into Avernus is going to kill the 3 of us before it kills him.
Somebody
Well,
made
Well,
me
now with
not-
Reckless Fireweaver and yeah,
yeah, you keep
get out of here with that logic.
yeah, dinging him.
Fireweaver hits everyone, so that doesn't. Yeah, it's Disciple of the Vault is.
Is that your turn, Del?
Yep, bastard.
Untap and remove the last stun counter off my 3 lands. We will draw. Wow, that is not what I want. We'll play a Temple of Silence tapped and scry 1. We'll scry that to the bottom. Yeah, I think we just have to rip the commander out. Let's tap 2 Arcane Signet, and then I will tap 5 for Yannette. And because I use Path of Ancestry, I will scry 1.
Did you use your 2 treasures?
I did not use my 2 treasures. I will keep that on the top. Then I will pass the turn ski.
Alright, I will untap. Upkeep, Descent into Avernus will make everyone 4 treasures and deal 4 damage. See, I'm just giving you mana.
Yeah.
Rough turn. Alright, I will. Also, you each take 4 from Reckless Fireweaver.
Did we not?
You took 4 from the Descent into Avernus, and then you also take 4 from Reckless Fire.
As the kids say. Rip.
Alright, I will stack my 4 treasures and deal 4 more to Dell. How are you still at 27? Oh my goodness.
Because he was at 40 before you started dinging him.
And then I will also tap my Arcane Signet, and I will cast the Urabrath, which will make me a treasure, which will deal you each 1. So this is 4/4 with haste. At the beginning of my upkeep, I exile a top card of my library, and I may play it this turn. And so for each of you, instead of drawing your first card for turn, you exile the top card of your library. So you can only play it that turn.
Gross.
Any cards you draw after your first card for turn are drawn as normally. It's just your first card.
How's that worded? Draw it for turn or?
At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, the next time they would draw a card this turn, instead they exile the top card of their library. They may play it this turn.
My deck's meant to draw cards. I just want to make sure the wording on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as it's not your first card for turn, you can draw it as normal.
10-4, good buddy.
Then I will tap 3. I will cast a Professional Facebreaker.
My face.
It has been broken. It's kind of funny because it's like a 2/3, so it doesn't really break your face all that much.
If you're a 1/1 human, it does.
Yeah.
Everyone has big things that can block a 4/4, correct?
Yes.
6/5 right here.
My commander's a 3/5 currently.
Yeah, and I'm a 5/5.
Okay, I will just move to my end step. Prosper will trigger. I will exile a swamp. Pass turn.
Untap. Oh, so draw exile. It's overwhelming stampede. Great.
You may play that this turn.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to.
If you can do anything with Nerd's board, that would be helpful.
Yeah, see, the thing I could do to Nerd's board would be everybody's board.
Well, I mean, if it's creatures, I'm okay with that. If it's enchantments, I'm okay with that. If it's artifacts, I'm okay with
Okay,
that.
here's what I can do. I will pay 3 for a Reclamation Sage, and I will get rid of Descent into Avernus.
Oh.
Yeah, it had to happen.
All right. Descent into Avernus will be destroyed. You mean you didn't like losing? You didn't want to lose 10, 12,
No,
12,
not-
12 life on my
not-
next turn?
Particularly, no. Pay 2 more for a Woes Pathfinder. Did not draw land for turn. I'm out of
Good
land.
thing you have 5. Good thing you have 5 treasures.
Yeah. But with that said, I will pass the turn.
P and the T.
Yeah, buddy.
Exile a luxury suite.
Hell yeah. That's pretty good.
There you go. You got your land for turn.
Yeah.
There you go. Let's do equip the sword and figure out what mana I need to pay for the rest of this. I will pay 3, and I'll put a -1/-1 counter on your
Disciple of the Vault.
disciple.
Disciple of the Vault is probably the play.
Yeah. Nice.
Disciple
I
of
get
the
it.
Vault is
I get to
just,
draw a card.
actually in response. I'm going to sack my treasure and deal 1 damage to you. Now you all just have free mana. Now it doesn't hurt you when you use that. When you use the treasure.
Yeah, buddy.
That's why I tap my lands first. Then have 4 treasures. And
The
what else
key,
you got over
the
there?
key thing to running Descent into Avernus is having something that punishes people for sacrificing treasure.
Well, I'm sure you run a few more in your deck. You can
I
probably
do.
draw them.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
I'm not worried
There's
about
a
it.
lot of there's a lot of pingers in here.
All it did was just buy us a couple turns from.
Well, I mean, I have to draw into one of them. I don't have any in my hand at the moment. My hand is only 2 cards, so this is very much a you know what's coming deck because you see it get exiled before I play.
I don't think I've come across a Prosper deck that was gentle. We'll say it that way.
This
1, 2,
just
3,
plays a bunch of big things that exile me cards or make treasures. Like I think the average mana curve of this
2, 3,
deck
and
is
1.
probably 4.
What is Prosper? Let me look at you. There you go.
Prosper is a
1/4.
1/4.
You got big butts over there. I can't do much more than
Yeah, don't forget the death touchy bit.
Let's do 3 treasures. I'm gonna put -1/-1 counter on my bug. Gonna make a new bug, draw a card. That's gross. That's a gross card. I forgot I had in here. I don't want to do anything with that yet. And we'll just get rid of the last treasures there. I'm gonna put Scar. Put a -1/-1 counter on a creature. Same thing. Draw a card. Get another bug. That is sure another card I put in this deck.
The engine is
Right?
Going.
All that.
It's turning.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I haven't really played the game yet, but we're getting there.
Well,
We're doing some stuff.
yeah.
You got Menace. You got Death Touch. I don't like. Oh,
I'm
I'm
just worried about Yanette's going to have a lot of mana and free things, so that's what I'm worried about.
Period.
Well, one free thing,
not-
yeah.
I don't run extra turns or any of that no shenanigans in here.
That's good.
It's just going to be a Blightsteel. Oh no, Blightsteel's 12. Never mind.
You got Death
This
Touch.
deck really isn't that scary if you, unless you leave Yanette on the battlefield for like 3+ turns.
I'll actually pass a turn with that.
You're
Okay.
not gonna attack or anything?
No, I realized something after I did it, but I'll hopefully survive another turn to get to do something else.
I mean,
You're
like I said, I got 2 cards in hand, so you're not going to die to me.
I will be exiling Approach of the Second Sun off the top of my library.
Oh, there we go.
That's one of my favorite win cons.
I really kind of want to cast it so I can gain 7 life. That's the main thing. And then I think I'm going to start by moving to combat. Any responses to me attempting to move to combat? All right, we're going to be swinging Yanette at Nerd. I have an attack trigger. And before I pass priority, I will cast Brainstorm. So I'll draw 3, and then I'm going to put 2 on top, and we'll do it like this. And then Yanette's ability will resolve, and I will reveal the top card. It is Kaya, Intangible Slayer, which I will then get to cast for free. She is a 6 loyalty planeswalker with hexproof. Her +2 makes each opponent lose 3 life and I gain 3 life. Her 0 draws me 2 cards, then each opponent may scry 1. And her -3 exiles a creature or enchantment. If it wasn't an aura, I make a token that's a copy, except it's a 1/1 white spirit with flying in addition to its other types. So, Nerd, you have a 3/5 flying vigilance menace coming at your
I
your
take
way.
3.
I think we will go ahead and +2 her, my main phase 2, to make each
Sweet.
opponent lose 3 life, and I will gain 3 because I am low on the life. I guess I might as well cast Approach of the Second Sun. If it was cast from my hand and I've cast another spell, I win the game. Otherwise, I just put it into my library 7 from the top and I gain 7 life. So
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I
Well,
will gain 7 life.
hopefully, he can't quite get it where he wants it, and it gets exiled, so he has to cast it from exile again.
I don't think I'm the problem.
Yeah.
Then I will pay 3 mana and I will cast a Commander Sphere. And I will pass the turn on that, I think.
Alright, I will untap. Upkeep Urabrask triggers. I will exile Nadier's Nightblade.
There you
Then I will
go.
draw. Then
That's
I will
a
draw for turn.
good one.
I will play my swamp as my land for turn, which will make me a treasure. So you will each take 1. I will tap 3 to cast the Nadier's Nightblade, which will make me a treasure. So you will each take 1. I will move to combat. You still have a big thing, John.
I do have a 5/5.
And Yannette has vigilance. Alright, I will just skip through combat. Second main phase. Sacrifice a treasure to exile the top card of my library. I may play that card this turn. It's a Soul Shatter. Ooh, Soul Shatter.
Won't Nadir's Nightblade?
You will each
Take us
lose
for
1
one.
and I will gain 1. So it's a Soul Shatter. That's a good magic card. I will tap 3 and I will cast the Soul Shatter. I have to play that card this turn. So each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker with the highest converted mana cost amongst creatures and planeswalkers they control.
See, that's just rude.
Yeah, I have no response.
That is
there.
rough. You on cast you get a treasure,
Yep,
right?
on
And
cast
you-
I get a treasure. You will each take 2. Oh no, you'll each take 1. Nadier's Nightblade is just when it leaves.
I have to cast or sacrifice Kaya. Fun.
I guess I should have done that before combat, because now I could swing with Urabrask. Oh well. Soul Shatter goes to the graveyard. Yeah, I think I will just pass the turn there. I will exile a Rakdos Carnarium with Prosper.
Alright, let's see what I can do. I will exile.
Well, I didn't get rid of Yannette, but I got rid of Kaya.
Okay, it would enter tap, so I can play that this turn. Okay, so I am going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Tatiova Benthic Druid. I will play this. Thornwood Falls as my land for turn. I will gain a life. Draw a card. Shoot, shoot, shoot. It's just not good, man. Not good.
Mayhem Devil would have been really fun.
Yeah, I'll just pass the turn. Crap.
7 mana open.
I do have 7 mana open, but I will be passing the turn.
If only there were some blue instant speed spell that cost 7 mana. That
Yeah, if only.
I'm exiling a blowfly infestation.
What did you call me?
You heard me.
Damn.
Going to.
Does that go infinite with the insect making thing?
I don't think so, because I'm trying to think how tokens work. Because they still hit the
They
graveyard.
still
now,
hit
so
the grave. They still hit the graveyard. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have nothing to do besides it just keeps making the same bug over and over again.
Well, you'd be able to draw your entire library.
It's my
It's
god,
not
it's my
even
god.
mana, right? What is the card you drew?
No, as long as his commander is out, if he would be able to draw his entire library.
Yeah,
it's
Blowfly
Commander's-
Infestation has whenever a creature is put into a graveyard from play, if I had a -1/-1 counter, put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. So you can just
Oh.
make a bunch of insects, then keep putting 1/1 counters on them.
Or no, because
Yeah, I would-
the insect would not be on the battlefield to get the 1/1 counter put on.
No,
it
but
until-
but he has another 1/1. It wouldn't matter. He has enough creatures to like
Yeah.
loop it.
yeah. So you could draw your entire library with that card, and your commander.
if I
out.
have my commander out, which I don't, so I'm gonna cast it. Just gonna look at my hand again, because I have some other stuff I could probably do.
I don't think you'd be able to, unless he had something instant speed. He wouldn't be able to break the loop though. He would mill himself out
All right.
because it's not a May ability. Or I guess he could just start targeting other creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be my creatures.
No, yeah. So you could draw as many cards as he wants and then just target something else.
I think what I'm gonna do,
That seems good. That might be something to keep an eye on.
I cast a Reassembling Skeleton, and also cast a Perilous Mirror, and then I think I'm just gonna sit on it past turn.
We're going to tap my commander sphere and sacrifice 6 treasure tokens, and I'm going to attempt to overload Cyclonic Rift.
Knew it was coming somewhere. Wait, how did you have 6 treasures? Oh, you used
Because
4.
I didn't use any of the treasures, so I got 2 and then 4.
I knew that was someone was gonna be.
I'm
doing that.
assuming John has a response, but Nerd, do you have a response first?
Do I have a response? Is a good question.
I may have thrown that out too early, because that was a good way to stop Dell if he had an infinite combo in play. But
Yeah, I think that might have been a bit early, but
I can't win. I have like a planes and a mana rock in my hand, so I'm top decking essentially.
I mean, do I have a response?
Burn your treasures, I guess.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like I have something I can do, but I don't know if I want to. Yeah, I might as well. I'll sack my 2 treasures, so you'll each lose 2, and I'll gain 2. And I'll tap my Arcane Signet, and I will attempt to cast a Murderous Rider targeting Yanette.
No response. Go to the command zone.
Okay.
Response to Psych Rift.
No, I have
Nope.
no response to Psych Rift. I'll lose my 5 treasure and I'll put this in my hand.
Suddenly, my hand is a lot bigger than it was.
Right, there you
Alrighty.
go. You were worrying about having no hand size. Now, there you go. You got all the hand sizes.
All right, we will just tap 7 for my commander, including a Path of Ancestry, scry 1. And I think we're going to scry that to the bottom. And then I guess we'll tap 2 and cast this Felwar Stone. And then I'm going to tap 2 and cast this Demir Signet. And then I'll pass the turn.
All right, I
Oh.
will.
Yeah, actually, no, yeah, you're good. I forgot. I couldn't attack.
I will untap. I will not exile the top card of my library. I will draw for turn. I will start by tapping 4 to recast Prosper. I will then play the Rakdos Carnarian as my land for turn, returning the swamp to my hand, which will make me a treasure. I will tap 2 for the Arcane Signet. And then I will tap 2 and stack the treasure for the Professional Facebreaker. And I have 7 cards in hand. I will move to end step and I will exile a Bedevil.
I will
Faster.
tap. Draw for turn. Okay. Well, shoot. I'm going to tap 5 for Tatiova, Mythic Druid. I will pass turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 cards in hand. I'll get rid of Woe's Pathfinder. Going to 7.
We still exit on top of our
No.
Nope.
great City of Brass.
I'm sure that'll come back out eventually.
I figured to check before I drew. So
I mean, it
Cast
depends. It
Solar
depends what gets hit off of Yanette. I mean, we know there's an approach of the second sun coming soon.
Yeah. Shoot.
That is currently the 6th card on top of my library.
5 for Scorpion God.
I think the stupid thing about that card is like it's a cast trigger. It's not even like a resolve trigger. Like you can't even counter it to stop the player from winning or anything.
Cast Perilous Mirror. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll move to cleanup, and I will discard a reassembling a skeleton.
Okay. I will untap Ski and draw. Interesting card. I think we just start off though with moving to combat. Let's go gambling.
I will,
Do you have a response to combat?
I do not.
I was just saying, I welcome the combat.
Oh, I'm gonna Beast Within you, Nat.
That's no fun.
I know. But you did kind of set us all back a bit.
I will actually let Yannette go to the grave.
Okay.
And I get a 3/3 beast, and we're gonna. I have an ape, so I'll just use that.
Tells me there might be some reanimation shenanigans about to happen.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll tap 7, and I'm going to cast Boneyard Parlay. Exile up to 5 target creature cards from graveyards, and opponent separates those cards into 2 piles. Put all cards from the pile of your choice on the battlefield under your control, and the rest into their owner's graveyards. So obviously I'm targeting Yannette. What else do we got in
I have-
graveyards?
Ginger and Disciple of the Vault.
Okay.
Gravecrawler reassembling skeleton.
I've got Tireless Provisioner, Woes Pathfinder, AC, Stormkeld Vanguard, and Bramble Familiar.
We'll take AC, Disciple of the Vault. What else is in your graveyard, John?
You already took AC. Stormkeld Vanguard, Bramble Familiar, Woes Pathfinder, and Tireless Provisioner.
I'll take. What was the other card in your graveyard, nerd?
Sir Ginger.
I'll take Sir Ginger. I'll take Tireless Provisioner, and then I guess I'll take Reassembling Skeleton.
Well, it's 5. No, that's 5 creatures.
Yannette. Oh, I took AC already. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So Reassembling Skeleton can stay in your graveyard. Dell, I'll let you separate those 5 creatures into 2 piles. I choose one that goes onto my battlefield. The rest go back into the graveyard.
I think we all know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the one you're actually targeting into one pile and the rest in the other, which is your commander, right?
Yeah, so Yannette in one pile and the other 4 in the other pile.
I mean, if Yannette goes back to my graveyard, I can just put her back in the command zone.
You can.
So I think I'll take the 4 creatures and put Yannette in my command zone.
Okay.
Sure, so you get Sir Ginger, Disciple of the Vault. Brian's over here like, look at me. I am the landfall and sacrifice decks now.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just say that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, and that's 4, and I'll figure out how to keep track of all this. I wish I had
Infinite
tokens.
tokens. Great
I wish
product.
I had them. I know, I need them. Not a sponsor, but that's gonna do it for me. What does AC do actually?
He lets you play an additional land, and then if you play land, you get to draw a card.
I think I will play a land and draw a card.
Cricket, dude, come on, bud.
All right, pass turn.
Alright. Untap.
Send it out.
Draw. Play a Swan.
Oh, I also should have made a food off that land. I have 1 food.
Yeah, there's some things happening. I will tempt the Rakdos Carnarium to play the Reckless Fireweaver. What do we think is the scariest thing? Probably AC, right?
I mean, I guess.
Disciple of the Vault is also probably scary for you. Well,
All the treasures are gone now.
yeah, that's fair.
I have this Bedevil that I have to cast.
You don't have to cast it.
I'm gonna cast it. I will tap 1, 2, 3. I will cast the Bedevil. I will target AC.
AC will die.
That will make me a treasure, and you will each lose 1.
That's what happens when I don't draw lands in my land deck.
Cry.
Then I will
Big sad.
tap 1, 2, 3, and I will cast a Crime Novelist.
That's a good card.
It is. So whenever I sacrifice an artifact, I put a +1/+1 counter on it, and I add 1 red mana. I will sacrifice my treasure. You get
When
a
you do, you will lose a
trigger.
life. Yeah, I'm targeting you.
The Crime Novelist will get counter. I will add a red, and I will add black, add another black, and I will cast the Murderous Rider from exile, which will make me a treasure, and you will each lose 1. Then I will move to combat and sell. How many blockers do you have?
2. 6/5 and a 1/1.
You have 2 blockers. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry, John, but you're the only one with 1 blocker, so I will swing a 2/3 with menace at you.
I've told us getting awfully low. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take 2, I guess.
Right. I will create a treasure token, and you will each lose 1. Then I will move to my end step, and I will exile a swamp.
Okay.
Faster.
I'll untap. Shall draw. Okay, cool. Perfect. So we will start by playing a Hinterland Harbor. I will gain a
There you
life.
go, you gain life.
And draw a card.
Never didn't have it.
Fuck, dude. I'm going to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna do it. Just because I'm a bastard. I'm a Cyclonic Rift overloaded.
Again?
Yeah, I want to get the Tireless Provision. I wanted the AC back in my hand, actually. But I will accept the
Oy vey.
Tireless Provisioner.
I have a response
He's going to
to.
counter it, probably.
No. I'm
No?
just gonna sacrifice my food and gain 3 life.
Okay.
And then when I sacrifice that food, nerd, I'm pinging you for 1.
Okay. But you will get your Vault guy back, so...
Yeah, so you get Disciple of the Vault back and Sir Ginger, and you will actually get Tireless Provisioner back, John.
Yep.
My treasures will go bye-bye, because I'm not giving you the disciple triggers. Unless you want to send the disciple triggers at John.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't need to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And all the stuff that I just replayed
Yeah.
Oh,
will
I
come
do-
back to my hand again.
I actually,
Yeah, you're gonna have to get rid of all your artifacts, so...
yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and sacrifice Commander Sphere to draw a card as well.
Okay.
With that, and then put all these in my hand.
A main phase cyclonic rift.
I know, right? So bad. But I really wanted the Tireless Provisioner back in my hand. And you know, it's the nicest way to do it, I think. But what I'll do is I will tap 3 for Elvish Archdruid, and then I'll pass the turn. No, I'm gonna send 3 at Brian.
I feel like Nerd is in a better position here.
Oh, he's attacking you.
Yeah, I attacked you, so it's okay. I don't. You've got Approach of the Second Sun coming up soon, so
We will see.
All right, so no more board wipes. I don't think.
I don't know if I'm in that good a position now.
So,
Yeah, it didn't affect Del too much because Del was already kind of.
Probably just gonna replay the last turn.
I drew a different card, but yeah, I think that's what's going to end up happening.
I'm sorry, buddy,
I do this.
but I was
Yeah, that one.
I was hurting. I'm not. I needed to slow everyone down so I could maybe live another turn. Maybe.
Should do this way. Yes. Hold on. I can't read Chinese.
That is
Yeah.
that is a problem affecting 90% of Americans today.
I always forget what the exact wording on City of Brass.
What is it? Yeah, any color, lose a life.
Yeah,
When it
tap
comes
it.
tapped, you lose a life.
When it becomes tapped, you lose a life, and you can
Oh.
tap it to add 1 mana of any color.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, won't really matter which order I do this since I was going to do this way. I'm going to play Chromatic Lantern, and then play a Scorpion God, losing 1 life.
Risking it for the biscuit.
Yeah, buddy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I will move to end step and discard a Merciless Cavalier.
We will untap.
Okay.
And draw.
I think Brian's probably in the best position right now because he got the most mana.
I do have a lot of mana.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna play a Temple of Enlightenment and scry this to the bottom.
Yeah, but I think
There's
it's.
Approach of the Second Sun.
Oh, yeah.
There is a clock on the board.
Yeah.
We will. I'm gonna tap 2 for Arcane Signet. And then I'm gonna tap 9. And I'm gonna cast Triplicate Titan. It is a 9/9 with Flying Vigilance Trample. When it dies, I make a 3/3 with Flying, a 3/3 with Vigilance, and a 3/3 with Trample.
Yep.
And I think I passed the turn on that.
Okay, so you still have the Urabrask, right?
Yeah.
That
that's the
shuts
only
that
thing.
that shuts down Approach to the Second Sun because he can't cast it from hand.
It doesn't shut it down. I will just gain 7 life again.
Yeah, but he won't win enough to cast. Is what I mean.
True, true.
Yes. Rough turn. Does anyone have anything notable in their graveyard?
Got AC.
Creatures, or does it matter?
Just any like who? I mean, John, you probably play the most graveyard recursion.
No, not really. I don't. But,
I play a
mean,
little, but only for creatures. I have no creatures in my graveyard.
Yeah, I mean, I've got AC. If you want to get rid of AC, it's.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I
never
have
mind.
Gravecrawler and Skeleton, so I do
is
have
it a
recursion.
Bajuka Bog?
Yeah, but I'm gonna tap 4. I'm gonna recast Prosper again.
Yes. Yeah, I don't have lands in here, so I have 8 lands. So it won't affect me too much, I don't think. You Bajuka Bog me if you need to.
No, I don't. I need to get stuff out of my hand, but I also just need to replay Urabrask. Alright, I will tap 3. No, that's a lie. I will tap 2 for the Reckless Fireweaver. I will play this swamp as my land for turn, which will make me a treasure. So you'll each lose 1. I will tap 3 and sacrifice the treasure to play Urabrask.
See, John, you could just end your suffering by killing the Urbrat.
Yeah, I could.
Well, if we hadn't had 2 Cyclonic Rifts in a couple of turns, the game would have been over.
Yeah, sure.
You hush.
Right.
You replayed the Scarab God, so that's a big thing. You have a Triplicate Titan, so that's a big thing. And you have an Elvish Archdruid.
I mean, he's not gonna block with his Elvish Archdruid.
I know, but do I really want to kill, put John
It
down to
wouldn't kill.
1?
He has life gain.
I have-
know.
Do it.
I mean, maybe. It depends on if I draw land.
No, I think I'm just going to pass the turn, and I'm going to exile a Marionette Master.
Ooh, that's a good one. Alright.
And I'm going to have to discard.
Okay. Well, I will exile the top. It is a Force of Will. Cool.
You may play that this turn.
I may. It's-
Do you only get the free alternate cost if it's in your hand?
No, it just says you can pay that instead of the cost.
Gotcha.
Damn, man, that's unfortunate. What do I want to do? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tap 3. I'm gonna Rex Sage. I'm gonna get rid of the big one. So it'll be small, three small ones.
Okay, so I'm discarding Bajuka Bog, Plargan Nasari, Sir Ginger, and Arcane Signet.
I mean, for being honest, I'm not the threat anymore, John, because I can't cast the Approach of the Second Sun to win the game.
I know.
I feel like
No, but you're gonna gain 7 more life and just put it back on the
Yeah.
back in the library again.
potentially I might just want to cast my commander at this point.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Ooh, you
The
even
person
have
who the person who is going to kill you, John, is going to be Nerd. Just so you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Not once John starts gaining life. Depends.
He's not going to be gaining life.
I'm
He's
not
not.
gonna be-
Doesn't have any lands.
I don't have any lands. I'm gonna tap 5. I'm gonna cast Asceticism. So
That's
my
a good
creatures have hexproof, and I can regenerate for a green and a colorless. Yeah, I'll pass the turn.
Exile, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
exile the top card of your library. Yeah,
Ooh, Chandra Flamecaller.
No one
and you
wanted
may
to.
cast that this turn.
No one wanted to cast a spell during my turn. That's crazy.
Imagine that.
I'm tapped out at this point.
Oh man. All right.
I used my entire turn to stop the approach of the second sun from winning. playing.
Yeah.
While also getting your commander out and Reckless Fireweaver.
I mean, it wasn't all for nothing.
I feel like the Reckless Fireweaver would probably be the better play, John, to have gotten. I don't
It's
know.
not an artifact or an enchantment, is it?
Oh,
Rec-
no, it's not. I'm stupid.
Yeah. Rex,
Don't listen to me.
Yeah, it was either that or his Soul Ring or Chromatic Lantern, and I didn't want to do that to Dell.
I appreciate it.
He's been a bro the whole game, man.
Just trying to do weird little combos. That's all.
And he's not even feeling good. Like, why would you?
I have so many shots that I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
Hila?
I'm not
He's-
going to cast Chandra. I'm just going to let her get exiled.
He's so high
Little
right now. He
sneaky.
has no idea what's going on.
Dude, both my shoulders are on fire. My dog's barking in the other room, drive me nuts. I'm just trying to remember how cards work and what magic is, and
Yeah, buddy.
think what I should do. I have 3 mana left after that, right? You got 3 3s over there.
Yep.
You got an art card. Okay, so you're not working.
Got an art card?
1 3, a 1 5. It won't read the far left for you, nerd. What is that?
That's Urabrask. It's a 4/4.
4 4. Okay. I think what I should do, go out swinging, right?
Remember, if you kill Urabrask, Brian wins the game.
Yeah.
You should kill Reckless Fireweaver to keep yourself alive, because I feel like Marionette Master is like a target, right? So I'm probably going to get targeted out with that and the Disciple of the Vault. Reckless Fireweaver is what's going to be killing you and John.
So Disciple of the Vault and Marionette Master both also require me to make artifacts, which
That's not
I
really
can-
hard
I
in
can
that
do
deck.
once per turn right now. Well, twice per turn right now.
Potentially 3 times per turn, right? Because you exile 2 with Urabrask at the beginning of your
I exile 1 with Urabrask and 1 with Prosper.
No one has any 1/1s out, huh?
No. I have a 2/1.
Oh, no.
I'd rather that not get killed, though.
Yeah, I'm just going to
He's also got asceticism. Oh, but that
yeah,
wouldn't help.
I have hexproof. My creatures have hexproof, so he couldn't target, right?
Nope. Pass turn.
Oh, I wonder what's going to happen.
Well, we'll see, huh?
My thought process is Proud Nerd exiles a card to draw, essentially. Could play Marionette Master, get a treasure, ping us for 1, or ping us for 1. Potentially get another card from exile, ping us for 1. Sacrifice 2 cards to ping me for 4 each. So that puts me down to 6 life. And I may die. But I think the play is to Approach of the Second Sun helps me nothing except gain life. And it puts me, I'm pretty much just top decking, so I think I have to cast my commander. I'm gonna tap 9 and cast Unit. And Approach will stay exiled. Play a Myriad Landscape as a land for turn, and then we'll just dump 3 mana, use 2 of it for Orzhov Signet, use that and the floating mana for Dimir Signet, and pass.
No attacks?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep up my blockers up in case.
Alright, I will untap. Upkeep for Urabrask. I will exile a Fel the Profane. Then I will draw for turn. So I will play the Fel the Profane on the land side as my land for turn. And I will pay the 3 life. And I will make a treasure. So you'll each take 1. I will tap 4, 5, 6, and cast a Marionette Master. I will choose to put 3+1/+1 counters on it. That will make me that will make me a treasure, and you will each lose 1. I will tap a black for the Disciple of the Vault.
In response to it entering the battlefield, I'm going to put a -1/-1 counter on it. Draw a card, make a bug. Creature put into play with a +1/+1. I can put on another creature.
Actually, hang on. This is still in my main phase, right? Because you did it after it hit the battlefield.
Yeah.
I think technically you have to wait till I do something else before you can respond, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will tap 1, 2, 3 for the Prime Novelist. So now you can tap 3 and put.
Okay.
So in response to that,
Well, how much is what's Crime Novelist power and toughness?
it's a 1/3.
Okay, yeah.
No, so in response to me casting Crime Novelist,
Is
he is now activating the Scarab God to put a -1/-1 counter on Disciple of the Vault.
Yep.
Yep.
So in response to that, I will sacrifice my 2 treasures. I will have Dell lose 5 and Brian lose 5. So my Disciple of the Vault will survive.
Damn. That's unfortunate.
Yep.
And I will use the 2 mana from the treasure. So now Crime Novelist resolves. I will use the 2 mana from the treasures and the black for the Natier's Nightblade.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, come on, board wipe.
It's not coming from me, man. That's for sure.
I mean, there's all sorts of good free spells that can get hit with your net. So
Yeah, I mean, I haven't even drawn a lot of my creatures. There
I
are some
was
good
really,
spells.
I was really tempted to just remove Yannette again, but you haven't really gotten to do much with her this game, and I didn't want to be that mean. So if I end up dying to what gets hit from Yannette, yeah. So then I will move to combat. Tatiova, the Archdruid, and the Wreck stage, and you have
Yes.
regenerate, and you have regenerate mana.
I-
All right, I'll just move to my end step, and with Prosper, I will exile a mountain.
Okay.
I will pass turn.
All right. I will untap. We'll exile the top card. It is a Witness Protection. Hey, that's pretty good.
That's really good.
Pretty good card.
Also, doesn't really do a whole lot because he has a lot of the same effects.
Yeah.
Maybe with Prosper to stop him from getting artifacts.
Yeah.
I would think the Marionette Master. Probably.
Yeah, I was thinking the Marionette Master too. So
Well, the thing is, like, yeah, but like he gets so many artifacts just by getting Prosper going. Like,
Well-
Marionette Master is good to get rid of, but we already are taking 3 every time he makes a treasure, anyways, from Disciple of the Vault, Reckless Fireweaver,
you know
and
what?
Meteor's Nightblade.
I will Witness Protection your Commander Prosper because he's the one that's making the treasures when you
All right.
cast from exile.
Prosper is now a 1/1.
We're going to tap 3 for a Tireless Provisioner.
Hey Dell, you should give Prosper -1/-1. Honestly.
And then let's see, I have.
Can you play a land to make a food to gain yourself some life?
I cannot. I don't. I have not drawn a land
No.
in so long. I will pay 3 for Azusa. Lost and Seeking. Damn, dude. I cannot do anything else. Can't kill anything, so I do have a 3/2, 4/3, but they don't have it. Yeah, I'll just. You're gonna have to draw something because I can't do it. I'm gonna pass turn.
We'll go to untap, and before my upkeep, I will go ahead and tap 2 and tap my Myriad Landscape to get 2 more lands out of my deck. Let's grab a plains, or excuse me, 2 islands. Good thing I had 3 lands on the top of my deck, so that works.
Yeah, if I had like not changed the rules so I wouldn't be benefited. Oh, hey, Infinite Tokens, how are you? Yeah, if I had just not changed the rule and I could have been getting draws and everything. So good. So nice.
Or if you hadn't paid 10 life.
Well,
no, well, I would have been.
you would be
even,
dead. 'Cause-
I would even further behind.
Okay, we'll
Fine.
cut it 2 for good measure. And then Heart of the Cards. We will draw,
You exile, you don't draw.
exile a land.
Nice.
All right. So I guess we'll play it.
Tokens.
But now that Megan's here, she missed my wonderful off and on an adventure token.
Yeah. Yeah, no, didn't create a lot of tokens yet.
Well,
Surprisingly.
I'm top decking, so I think I just move to combat and I swing Yannette at Nerd, and we'll hope that I get a trigger.
I take 3.
It is Angel of the Ruins,
Ooh.
which I will cast for free.
That destroys
And-
artifacts and enchantments, right?
Yeah, it sure does. Doesn't really help out too much.
You could destroy Witness Protection.
Nah, I think you're probably gonna do that in your turn anyways. Do you have any artifacts or enchantments?
I do not.
Mm.
All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch John's board. But I get a free 5/7 angel, so
That's pretty good.
I will pass the turn on that. Might be the game here.
All right, I'm pretty sure I'll die.
Upkeep, Urabrask will trigger. I will exile an agent to the Iron Throne.
Oh.
Well, the problem is I have to be able to get rid of Prosper and then recast Prosper.
I mean, who needs, enchantment removal when you have player removal?
Also
Oh,
true.
wait, does asceticism give witness protection hexproof as well?
No, just creatures I control.
Okay. Not gonna lie, I'm rooting for John.
I have nothing that lets me create a treasure right now.
Yeah,
See,
I don't know because I didn't draw any of my like token makers, like my ominous seas, my shark typhoon.
How many creatures do you have right now, John?
5.
And what's the biggest one?
It's a 3, or it's a 4/3. Tireless Provisioner is a 4/3 right now. Oof, if I just could draw like a couple lands and then something big, that'd be sick.
All right, let's do this. Tap 3 mana and cast a Vona's Hunger. Each opponent sacrifices half the creatures they control, rounded up. So you each have 5 creatures, I believe. So you'll each have to sacrifice 3.
that I think does it because I have 4 artifacts in the battlefield or artifact creatures, and when I sack 3 of them, Disciple will essentially kill John, and then you can kill me by because you get your
Yeah.
commander back and can play a land.
Yep.
And do
I
enough to
believe
kill
so.
me too. So, I mean, the best way to survive would be to sacrifice Yannette and 2 tokens.
Yeah, so
Um,
that will put John down to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tap this to add 3 green, and I'll sacrifice this Rex Sage, Sousa.
All right, so John is at 1.
Yeah. Okay.
And now you have 2 blockers.
Yes. Now I have 2 blockers.
And it's a 3/3 and a 3/2.
3. Yeah, 3/2. Yeah.
All right, so I will move to combat, and I will send Urabrask, the Crime Novelist, and the Disciple of the Vault at you.
So that's
So if you block 2, you'll take 1.
okay. So that's 3 creatures. All right, let's go to declare blocks. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. What else?
Yeah, just those 3. Just those 3.
All right. So, how big is Urabrask right now? It's a 4.
4/4.
I'm gonna put Tireless Provisioner in front of the mono black creature that you have coming out.
Disciple of the Vault.
Yeah, and then I'm going to, after blockers are declared, I'm gonna tap 4 for Galadrium Ambush. So I'm gonna create 3 elves, and non-elves don't deal combat damage this turn.
Okay.
So
Disciple of the Vault dies.
So I will get 3 1/1s.
All right, in that case, I will go to Plan B.
Yeah.
John, I blame you for killing my triplicate Titan.
Yeah.
I will tap 2, and I will cast a Baleful Mastery targeting Prosper.
That do be Plan B.
I will exile Prosper. I will let... John, are you tapped out now?
Yes.
I'll let you draw a card. I will then tap 6 and recast Prosper.
That is rough.
I will play the mountain as my land for turn, which will make me a treasure, and you will each lose 1.
No, I'm dead.
All right, heart of the cards.
I will then...
Actually, I think that might be game.
Oh, and look as land. Okay, well, alright, it doesn't matter. Sweet.
I've already done combat. I have 2 mana.
Was hoping you'd swing at Brian.
Well, I was hoping you didn't have a trick and I could just kill you and get Prosper back that way.
No.
Yeah, so Agent of the Iron Throne will stay exiled, and I will exile with Prosper a Brain Stealer Dragon.
Okay. Alrighty.
I'll pass turn.
Alrighty. Coming down to the wire.
Exile a Mortify. I think I just lose.
You think?
You can hit anything. Oh no, you don't have anything. You have to recast it. You can do 8 to me in the air.
If I do 8 to you in the air, I die in the crackback. And
Well, I mean, you can mortify the Marionette Master. That gets rid of one problem.
it does.
Yeah.
It does. You're not wrong. But at the same time, I'm still kind of in a bad spot. I mean, that's what I have to do. I have my commander costs 11. So I have enough to cast my commander and the Mortify. And then I could hit you for 8. Have a blocker. Get rid of the Marionette Master. But then I still get hit for a lot.
Well, it would be if you got rid of the Marionette Master, I would have a total of 8 power on board.
Yeah, it doesn't. I think I still lose. I will go ahead and move to get rid of the Marionette Master with Mortify.
4 from the Marionette Master and 1 from the Nightblade.
Yep. So I think I just lose if you get a castable thing from Urabrask, and even then it's not looking good. So I will attempt to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for my commander. Scry to the bottom with Path, and then
And you mortified the Marionette Master, right? Yeah.
yeah, I did. I think I still lose. But go ahead, your turn.
All right.
Fascinating.
Upkeep, I will exile Lobelia, Defender of Bagan. So she says, when she enters the battlefield, I look at the top card of each opponent's library and exile those cards face down. And then I can tap her and sacrifice an artifact to choose one. Play a card exiled with her without paying its mana cost, or each opponent loses 2 life and I gain 2 life.
That is all right. That should be the game.
I mean, I can't activate her this turn.
It doesn't matter. You can get two.
Oh, there we go. I just drew the answer.
How'd you draw?
Delayed Blast Fireball.
What'd you draw from?
Return.
Draw for turn.
Oh, you get the exile and the draw.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's pretty good.
Damn Praetors.
I mean, he's got to be better for me than for everybody else.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so Delayed Blast Fireball will deal 2 damage to you, and then
Yep. And then I
Then you could just.
die.
then I could cast the Brain Stealer Dragon, make a treasure, do the last 1 damage.
Yep.
All right. Good game, everyone.
GG. That was a
Yeah, that could have went a lot of different ways. But thank you guys for joining me tonight. If you have any links you want to throw into the chat, feel free to do that. We will start signing off.
I don't stream or anything. You can find me on Twitter at proud_nerd_1 or on Moxfield at proudnerd. I am a professional pod filler, just like tonight. John needed someone to fill in, so I was happy to help. One of these days, he's going to stop having me back, though.
We'll see. We'll see.
It might be a couple weeks, huh?
Yeah. All right. Brian, is there anything you've got going on that you want to put out there? I know we had a video drop today from your deck tech, but is there anything else you got going on?
Nah, I mean, just look forward to more, Duskborn deck techs. Excited to brew around that, so keep an eye on the YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe, and follow on the Twitch as well for future, Commander games.
Awesome. And last but definitely not least, we have Dell.
Hey guys, I've been Dell at the Delicious God YouTube and Twitter. I have content actually coming up for John's channel as well that we're still working on. So it's what happens when you hire artists, I guess. But we will have some content coming up. Apologize for not being completely coherent tonight. I had all of my boosters before the con, including my tetanus shot because I got banged up at work.
Thanks for coming on. And yep, so the channel Chaotic Sideboard should be launching soon-ish. It's gonna be it's Magic the Gathering related, but not exactly Commander focused. But enough about that. I am John from Chaotic Commander, and you can find me Chaotic Commander on Twitter, YouTube, and here on Twitch. But that's gonna be it for tonight's stream. We are gonna be raiding Kruhitsky, and let's go show his chat some love.